Let's dive into the story of Celestial worthy of heaven and earth for blessings, aka Lord of the Mysteries. The story begins long before the pre-epoch or modern era. Although no exact time was given, but his temple existed in Penglai, ancient China, with records from as early as the Qin or Han Dynasty era in the pre-epoch. He was Great Old One, born from the split of the Oldest One. Both Celestial Worthy and the Primordial One were the two pillars active on Earth. Celestial Worthy embodied the highest authority over Fool, Error, and Door pathways, and owned Sefirah Castle aka Grey Fog, and was known by different names throughout history. Near the end of the pre-epoch, both Celestial Worthy and the Primordial One sensed the awakening of the Oldest One, and both began preparing their resurrection plans. Celestial Worthy seized the souls of hundreds of people from the modern world and stored them in cocoons in Sefirah Castle, and designed a transmigration system to release certain transmigrators, allowing his will to awaken inside one who rose high enough. Both somehow survived the partial awakening, which further fragmented the Oldest One. In the first epoch's lost era, they started absorbing additional Sefirot from other pathways, growing so powerful that law of convergence pulled them toward each other. In first epoch's era of destruction, convergence forced them into full-scale war. They fought for an unknown time until both perished, extinguishing the sun and plunging Earth into total darkness. Before dying, Celestial Worthy sealed all Sefirot on Earth, except Sefirah Castle and Chaos Sea, to the Western continent, forcing any future Great Old One candidate to help creation of a Lord of Mysteries aka Great Old One of the Fool pathway. This indirectly boosted the chance of his awakening in a future Lord of Mysteries. He also sealed the Son of Chaos, a Great Old One, inside the magic wishing lamp, which later was owned by Bernadette Gustave, daughter of Roselle Gustave. Due to unknown interferences, Sefirah Castle aka Grey Fog released transmigrators irregularly. In the second epoch, the first transmigrator, Ammonizes, later known as Evernight, was released. She transmigrated into the body of a demonic wolf and started as Sequence 2 of Darkness Pathway. It took her centuries to advance to Sequence 1. For this, she collaborated with Ancient Sun, and when Phlegria's Sequence 0 of Darkness Pathway at that time died, she seized Sequence 1 characteristics and Darkness uniqueness, then disappear from history as it took her centuries to reach Sequence 0 and stabilize herself. But she did not advance in the Fool or other related pathways, so he could not awaken inside her. In the fourth epoch, advancements in the Fool, Error, or Door pathways rose his awakening chances. Ultimately, his will began awakening in Antigonus, who have became the half-fool. But after the War of the Four Emperors and during Purge of Angelic Families, Evernight sealed Antigonus at the top of Hornacis mountain range, thus ruining his chance. Evernight also tampered with the transmigrator system. In the fifth epoch, Sefirah Castle released Roselle. He started on the Savant pathway, later switched to the Hermit pathway, and eventually advanced through the Black Emperor pathway. In terms of life achievements, he was one of the most successful figures. Beginning as a fallen noble, he ultimately became an emperor. Roselle also indulged in life, having relationships with many noble ladies. However, as his understanding of the world deepened, he began to regret many of his choices. After managing to glimpse the Grey Fog through a silver plate, similar to how Klein reached it through the bread ritual, Roselle realized that only transmigrators from the Seer, Door, or Error pathways could access that power. Because of this, he advised in his diary that future transmigrators should choose the Seer, Door, or Error pathways, which Klein later read and choose Seer pathway. He never encountered Celestial Worthy, but got corrupted by Primordial Moon after visiting Red Moon. Later, Klein Moretti was released, the most suitable vessel as he advanced in the Seer aka Fool pathway. He was the third transmigrator released, and the first who fully interact with and claimed the Grey Fog. Later in the story, during Klein's apotheosis ritual to become Sequence 0 the Fool, he stole the uniqueness and 3 Sequence 1 characteristics from Antigonus's body. When Klein ascended to Sequence 0 Fool, the Celestial Worthy was at the brink of taking over of Klein's body. At that time, entities was in a tug of war with each other as some entities supported Klein, others opposed him. Evernight was protecting him from Amon and other threats. But due to Klein's destabilizing state, Evernight killed Klein with his approval. After that, Klein revived in Sefirah Castle. But at that instance, Amon also entered in Sefirah Castle by also awakening Celestial Worthy within him. A tug of war started there, and at the end Klein won. He stole Door and Error authorities from Amon and became a true Great Old One. But this left Klein in a highly unstable and sensitive condition. So he prepared. He called a Tarot Club meeting and informed all the members that Mr. World entered into sleep, and he is also going to enter sleep to recover. The Tarot Club meeting will continue, but he will not present there. Then he called off the meeting. Then he last time remembered his all loved ones, and their projection appear there. After that he entered in a dreamlike sleep state to resist and battle the Celestial Worthy within him. This is where the book 1 ends.